Good morning, everybody. Hope you had a great weekend. We're back at it again, down to just 7 weeks left of school. It may seem like it's moving slow now, but before you know it, we will be all done. We are going to be using this week to finish up, or at least hopefully finish up, the pre-Civil War era and what led us into the Civil War. And then next week, we'll start the Civil War, and that's where we'll be pretty much till the end of the school year. So I do have a shorter video for you today. I'm not going to give you any lecture. I'm just going to give you some directions for today and also just give you the outline for this week. This week will run a little bit differently. As you know, we now have the pause days on Friday, so no new content on Friday. Wednesday also of this week, you will be doing something a little different for social studies. Instead of getting new content on Wednesday, instead you will be watching a few videos and doing things related to the Holocaust seminar that several of your fellow students have put a great deal of effort into creating for you, and as well as Mr. Venzel, Mr. Shaw, and Mr. Lepaka, and you'll be watching videos and doing things related to that instead of regular social studies content. So directions for that will be up on Wednesday's folder. It'll just basically be saying where to go for that thing. That leaves us 3 days to talk about pre-Civil War this week. Today, what we're going to talk about, the issue of slavery in the country, the first half of the 19th century. It's one of the two major issues that lead to the Civil War: slavery and secularism, the two S words. We talked a little about secularism last week and really throughout the course. But slavery is something that the founding fathers ignored. A lot of the things that the U.S. government was doing, they pushed it behind or under the rug, trying to ignore it. But they couldn't, and it's the biggest issue that leads to civil war in our country. And today we'll look a little bit about the history of slavery, but more so about how slavery brought us to civil war and the whole movement of abolitionism and how that relates. So I'm going to do a bit of reading today. There's a New Zealand article in this folder for April 20th, and you'll be reading that, completing the quiz at the end. We'll just kind of explain why the South was so obsessed with slavery, why they moved their economy in that way, while at the very same time the North was ending slavery in this country, but the South was expanding it. But then you'll be doing something a little different. You're actually going to go in your textbook and you're going to read a section of it and look at a couple of the interactive charts within that section so that you can get a little bit better understanding of slavery and of the people in this country that began to oppose slavery, which were known as abolitionists. It was one of the reform movements, but its effect would be more sudden than the other ones because slavery was an issue that could not be ignored any longer. It had to be ended or the country would go to civil war, and that's what did end up happening. So I'm going to show you again just real quick how to get to the textbook and how to get to the different chapters within it. So you're going to open up your Realize Reader app. For me, I'm on the computer, so I just see my book here. And drag this down a little bit so you can see you'll have a menu button and you can go to your table of contents. You're looking for chapter 7, so I'm going to topic 7 and lesson 4. So I'm just going to click on that. It will take me to the front page for abolitionism, and oh, sorry about that, and then you'll get there. So when you're there, get rid of that, you'll be able to go through the different pages. You could also listen to it rather than read it if you prefer. Make sure you look at all the different features. Look at all the images. You can click on things for a little bit clearer explanation of certain vocab terms and things like that and important things. Here's one of the interactive charts. So make sure when you do this, you fill it out. You go through it. You go through each of the different things. It will ask you to think and do a few different things. There's 2 of these I want you to look at. This is the first one. Make sure you go through that just to gain a better understanding of the abolitionist movement. When you are done with that, the last thing you will do is complete the exit ticket on abolitionism, proving that you did the readings, and we'll just show you that. So that's down here. I did put a link for presidents and slavery, just to let you know like how many of our early presidents had slaves and what their interaction with it was. That's just optional, but that's just background information that might be helpful too. Okay, that's all I have for the video today. Like I said, talking about slavery today, well, I'll kind of lecture and bring it back all together tomorrow in a video, and then give you a few more things to do that will bring us right up to the Civil War to start next week. Okay, have a great day. Let me know if you need anything during office hours. Bye.